The Oklahoma game will always be near and dear to my heart because like that game after especially after everything that happened, we changed to the 3-3-5. We went like Jacob Park was kicked off the team. Kyle Kemp started, jumped in. We were like, what was it, a 31.5 point underdog in
Yeah.
Norman, and we ended up winning that game 38-31. A game winning touchdown catch from Alan Lazard. Then 3 weeks later, we go and ISU proved themselves on national television, beat TCU 14-7. Obviously, and then we ended up with a Libertyville victory, finishing that 8-5. And of course, we know the next year a slow start, 1-3 start, and a guy named Brock Purdy came into the fold. I will always remember his first start.
Try to come
I will
on.
always remember Brock Purdy's first start. Uh, I think it will live. It will live in history because you had this young freshman. Uh, yes,
And
yeah.
look what that turned out to be. Imagine just some kid starts in a random like area like game in Oklahoma State, and what does he do a few years later?
He goes and becomes Mr. Irrelevant in the draft. So yeah, it's the Brock Purdy game, obviously the West Virginia game, and the West Virginia game. That the West Virginia game was so historic, so for so many reasons. It was the debut of the black jerseys, the debut of the Juicy Wiggle, and
Dude,
we destroyed West Virginia in that game.
David Montgomery could not be stopped on that night. That man
Yeah,
was on a mission, and I think that was the realization. Like, okay, we are legit. We can actually play ball now. So yeah, but did you have any more?
yeah. The 2020 game and COVID. I know a lot of people are gonna write that off, but that 45-0 win over K State at home was awesome. The 2020 Fiesta Bowl win, and then obviously last year the finally winning 10 games and running onto the field, beating Iowa, and then obviously the top moment of this year was going over to Dublin and beating K State. So I think those are
Yeah.
my top moments of Matt Campbell, the Matt Campbell
Hmm.
era.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me it would like I would honestly like 2017 was a great foundation, but I think I really was really believing in 2018. Obviously with Brock Purdy,
Mm-hmm.
so that was like one of the first like well I mean 2017 TCU was probably like the first actual. I'm like okay, the Oklahoma game wasn't a fluke. We are legitimate. Like we can play with these guys. And then 2018 was
Oh
like, yeah,
yeah,
those black jerseys were beautiful. I think it was in the same year. I believe was that 2018 the same year where we played Baylor, and then you had the famous smack at the jack, David Montgomery. Ah, dude,
that's it.
that was
Yeah,
fun to watch. That was hilarious to watch because even after because I love David Montgomery forever for that because he was a guy he was ready for the smoke, and it was going against a lineman, I
yeah.
believe.
And unfortunately, I feel like if David Montgomery would have played in the first half of the Texas game, we
Mm-hmm.
probably would have been in the Big 12 title that year. Because
Oh.
remember, if we would have won that game against Texas the next week, we probably could have made it and played in the Big 12 title game.
Hmm.
But
And who would we have played in that case? Oklahoma.
yeah, wait, yes,
Because
yeah,
that was
because it was Oklahoma versus Texas.
yeah. Because that was the wait, was that Kyler Murray, Oklahoma?
Yes, it was Kyler Murray, Oklahoma.
Okay. Baker was what the year before.
Picker was the year before in 2017. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been Brock Purdy. That would have been kind of interesting to watch Brock Purdy versus Kyler Murray. Can't yeah.
Oh, how could I forget about the K State game in 2018?
Oh,
That comeback. Oh my
Mike Rose,
God.
baby, Mike Rose. I
We
remember that now
slayed the
too.
vampire in that game. Yeah.
We
How
get
could I forget about
yeah,
that?
I know. That's where I made the like. We keep talking about it. I was like, yeah, that's how Matt Campbell gave Chris. Oh no, not Chris Kleiman. But he gave Bill Snyder a nice Thanksgiving gift with a fat L next to his turkey on the way out.
Yep. So,
So yeah, and then after that, 2019 was a bit of a blur. 2020, obviously, I think, yeah, the Fiesta Bowl and whatnot. Beating Texas in Austin, that was pretty cool. Brees
Yeah, to
Hall.
make it to clinch the Big 12 title game.
Yep. And then, yeah, go over a couple years. The Jack Trice Legacy game was a bit hilarious because obviously that's where I debuted George Tempest, Matt Campbell, and that's how I built my Twitter pretty much for the past like
Oh,
year.
you bitch! Yeah, your literal origin story became because of the Matt Campbell era.
Yeah, so that's kind of hilarious, and like that's been fun to do. But then 24, that was like the real year. Like it was like that was the most beautiful thing. I mean, yeah, beating Iowa, watching that. Like I was at a volleyball game, and we got to watch Kyle Camardi kick the 54-yarder, and everybody in the arena was cheering like crazy. So I was like, oh my god, we can beat him! Holy cow, we actually can do it again. We do it more often. And I mean, it was just the fact that we came back down 13-0, or at some point we were down like 2 possessions, I Bleav, heading into halftime.
We're down 13-0.
Yeah, and yeah, you had Jalen Knoll and Jaden Higgins. Just those touchdowns were a thing of beauty in different ways. Higgins snatching the ball out of TJ Hall's hand, and then you just see Jalen Knoll just smoke by Xavier Wonkpa. That was a thing of beauty. And then Kyle's kick obviously was amazing. So that was like okay, and then I'd say UCF at night. That was one of the craziest
Oh
atmospheres I had ever been in.
man,
Like I think we could basically say the whole 2024 season, that was probably obviously the best season, no doubt about it when it comes to Iowa State. I know some people make a case for 2020, but I'd say 2024 because you have no
2024 was
asterisks
the best
about it.
season ever.
Yeah, you have no asterisks about it. And then yeah, just getting the rush to field against Kansas State to get for our first 10-win season.
That was
And
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, and I've told you like many times, managed to casually get a photo with Mila Momcilovic and Cade Kelderman. And I wasn't even the one that seeked it out. They found me. They knew me from my Twitter. That's the funny part too.